Hello everyone, my name is Renee Burns and this is Module 11, the case study for AEP 858, Data Analysis and Assessment. Alright, so let's summarize. I am a new principal of Golden Oaks High School. This high school had passed honors for their best attendance in the district. There has been a recent decline in attendance. It has been left to teacher discretion of excused absences. They have ignored the district attendance policies, and there are ample opportunities for extracurricular activities such as football. There are 965 students. Most of them come from middle-income families. Some have low-income families, and some are high-income families. There's an increase in Hispanic and Asian students. Our staff is very experienced, with majority of them having 10 plus years and low turnover rates. Our superintendent has expressed to me that he has concerns of the drop in attendance rates. They are the lowest in the district for our building. The district policy aligns with state law, and with that policy, students should be penalized for more than 5 unexcused absences. And we have a positive relationship with local agencies, social services, and juvenile court systems. Alright, so also I have identified 5 students that are very concerning as they have missed more than 10 days just in the first semester. These include Karen, Christina, Tyrone, John, and Carl. The information for each of them is provided here in the summary. Karen is 11th grader. She's a past honors student. She has positive teacher notes in her file mentioning that she has great work ethic. However, she has diminishing grades this year. She also is noted to have been married last August. There are no notes from the counselor, although there is a parent note in her file asking the counselor to help them meet with Karen's teachers. A lot of the days that she is missing are Mondays and Fridays, and she has missed a midterm. Christina is a freshman. She has missed 4 days in a row the past 3 weeks consecutively. The notes in her file are from a minister, and he has been dismissing her for out-of-town church events. Her homeroom teacher has excused these absences. However, the algebra teacher has requested a meeting with her parents because she has missed 2 major exams, and right now she has grades of C's and D's. Tyrone is another student that I am concerned about. He is a 10th grader. He is in the honors program. The parents have excused him for 5 days for educational trip to Washington, D.C., and he is scheduled to go on another trip to Canada with his father. The homeroom teacher has already excused him for this trip. The father says that he will complete all of his work within the week of returning from the trip. John is a junior, another student we're concerned about. He is the quarterback of our very successful football team. He is injured. He will be out for a couple of games. He can play the rest of the season if he attends physical therapy, or if he continues to attend physical therapy, and that is happening outside of school on Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon to 2:30. The athletic director is the coach, and he is very successful and is respected within the community, and he also excuses John every Friday afternoon to rest. There are no reports of excessive absence by his teachers. The other student is Carl. He's a 10th grader. He attends regular classes in the mornings and then drives to vocational classes in the afternoons. He has random days that he has missed. We have connected him with a truant officer that was assigned and met at their home, and the parents do not value the school. Parents admit that it is okay for him to not finish school, that he can just work in the family business. There are 2 younger siblings of Carl, and I have made a note for the counselor to check in on the siblings' attendance. In concerning legal and ethical issues, there is evidence of possible harm done to the students. Because of the declining attendance, there is sure to be a decline in academic performance. There's doctrine that is parents PATRI, that gives state the legal authority to provide welfare for its children, so it gives us the ability to do that. There is evidence to support that some teachers use personal discretion to excuse absences, but other teachers may disagree with this, which comes into the ethical issues. These teachers that disagree then suffer from having to make up all of the lessons that are missed. This is not equitable to all students. I have reason to question if there are some students being penalized due to poor absence and others are not being penalized, which is an ethical concern. The district policy is aligned with state law. There is protocol in place to handle truancy, and it has not been valued or followed in recent years. The counselor has been negligible in her role to resolving issues with declining student achievement. So, a synthesized statement here is I must inform and facilitate an improvement process that guides stakeholders of Golden Oaks High School in embracing the importance of attendance and the effects that it has on student achievement. The people that are within this case study are myself, Mr. Rhodes. I'm the principal, first year this year. I have an experienced staff. The majority of them have been teaching here at our school for 10 years or more. We have a counselor who is of concern at this moment, an athletic director who is also questionable. His actions are questionable. We have 2 teachers that are not reporting, that are close to retirement, that we need to meet with. The superintendent, Dr. Newman, has met with me and expressed concerns. Within our school, we have 965 students to think about. 659 of these students have already had more than 10 days absent just this semester. 5 of these students I have identified. We need to consider all of the parents, particularly the parents of these 5. We are also working with a truancy officer, and we have a high population of Hispanic and Asian families that are new just within the recent years. The place is our Golden Oak High School. We live in a suburban community, but we are very close to a metropolitan area. Majority of our families are from middle income. Some parents work out of town. The ones that are in town work at our local industry or are business owners. Most of our parents are commuting 1 to 2 hours a day. The programs that we are focused on are our high school, which is a 9th through 12th grade building. We've also been encouraged by Dr. Newman, our superintendent, to work closely with social services and the juvenile court systems. Within our school, we have 11 sport options and 31 clubs. All right, so let's review. First and foremost, our priority is our students, and therefore we are looking at the poor attendance and how it can be damaging to our students. I am also concerned with our staff that have been ignoring the policy and the law that is damaging to all of our school stakeholders and community stakeholders. We need to find a solution to this conflict. That is important for our students, our staff, and our district and our community to find a solution for this. Once a plan is developed, I will then reach out to district leaders and community resources for consultation and invite them to be a part of our solution. I would like more information regarding data, achievement data, demographic data, perception data by parents, students, staff members. I'd like to know what kind of program development we have. That might be helpful in this situation. It is noted that our school at one time was very successful with attendance. It was the highest within the district, and somehow we've gone to the lowest, so I'd like to kind of explore possible reasons why that's happened. I would like more information on our 5 identified students. I would like more information on community resources, and also it might be possible for me to reach out to other high schools within our district who are following the policy and suggestions that they may offer me. I am ready to take action. Here we go. So, we have 3 possible areas here. I could choose to take no action. I could ignore the superintendent's wishes. I could hope that it resolves itself. I could deal with the issues as they arise. The consequence of this would be that we are still liable for legal action. I would be disobeying the request of my superintendent, which could mean that I could be fired. This would also be unrest with all the stakeholders. If I continue with this path, the attendance may worsen and achievement may worsen. Another option is to go forth with what I want, my way or the highway. I could tell the stakeholders my own plan that I put in place. I could put my plan in place and reprimand any staff members who do not follow my plan. The consequence of this is I may not have buy-in for this, which means that my plan will probably not produce much progress. The district admin may hear about it. The lack of trust and poor relationship will be a concern. I might have community pushback, staff pushback, parent pushback, and unrest within all stakeholders. Another idea would be to inform my staff, collaborate with my staff, and then implement a plan and implement it as a team. So this would include informing my staff of the law and any other research that supports attendance data. I could collect baseline data. As a team, we could collaborate and create a plan of improvement and then implement as a team. The consequence of this are mostly positive. I would have staff buy-in. I could build relationships which would receive trust on both ends. It would be equitable for all. It would support, we would have support of the community. There might be some struggle for some staff members, but ultimately it is the right thing. This would produce staff and student success. So as we evaluate these options, the pros for taking no action is that it's easier for me. I wouldn't have confrontation with staff, and I would have time to focus on other things. The cons, again, I would be held liable, our school might be held liable. Continued decline in attendance and achievement, which is not good. Not following wishes of the superintendent, and there would still be long-term issues of attendance and strained staff. The pros of an approach of my way or the highway would be I can do what I want. It'd be fast and easy, tell them exactly what I want, and hope for solving the issue. The cons would be the lack of trust and relationship with staff, limited buy-in. There might already be a divide between the staff, and if I implement this plan, there could be even a bigger divide. There might be complaints, and those will probably likely go to district leadership, and the issue might continue but just be better hidden from me as the principal. Alright, so the option of informing, collaborating, and implementing. The pros of this is we would build understanding of the law and the research to support data trends. We could build relationships. We could cooperate to solve the issue. We would have stronger protocols in place, better understanding of those policies. The cons of this, there might be an initial shock of change for some individuals. The adjustments are going to need to be made, which is sometimes hard. Difficult discussions might need to be had, and some parents might be upset initially.